Has this ever happened to you before? You get into the office in the morning, whether it's your home office or your company office, you fire up the computer, open your email just to see if anything needs to be taken care of. You start replying to some of the emails that seem important, and before you know it, bam, half an hour goes by, or maybe even a full hour goes by, and suddenly you're running behind. You forgot about that meeting or that phone call or something that was definitely more important than answering a few emails, and now you're scrambling to catch up. Howdy, I'm Scott Paulson, founder of Paulson Coaching and the Sales Sherpa program to guide your sales to new heights. And welcome to this tutorial on increasing your sales with Microsoft Outlook. And if that's happened to you, first of all, you're not alone. Second of all, it might not even be your fault. You see, this series of three quick tutorials, we're going to look at three best practices with Microsoft Outlook that if you start putting them to use, it's going to help you increase your sales. First, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how Microsoft Outlook naturally puts you in a reactive mode and how to switch out of that into a proactive mode. Then in the next tutorial, I'll show you how you can help Microsoft Outlook help you follow up on time every time. And then finally, in the third tutorial, I'll show you how to gain time so you can sell more. Now, quick word of warning. By watching this segment on how to become proactive, you will become responsible if you ever fall into that reactive mode again. And before we get started, you also need to know that these best practices covered in these tutorials are only three of the 10 that I teach in my workshop, Sell Smarter with Microsoft Outlook. This is a 3 hour on demand workshop and it normally would cost you $475. But at the end of this tutorial, I'll share a special coupon code with you and it's going to give you to you for only $47. That's 90% off. Now, I'll have more details on that at the end of the tutorial, so keep tuned. All right, so what does it mean to be either reactive or proactive? Let's take a look at a day in the life of two real life clients of mine. I'll just call them Reactive Ryan and Proactive Paula to protect their true identities. The reactive Ryan was just like the person in my earlier example. In fact, he was the person in my earlier example. He would usually start his day by jumping into email and searching for anything important that needed to be taken care of. And as the sales director for a Fortune 500 energy services company, he would normally have dozens and dozens of emails to try to quickly sort through. So I started working with reactive Ryan because he wanted to get his meetings under control. And it's not that he didn't run great sales meetings, he did. He just felt like that he was always running them at the last minute and that he wasn't really at his best for them. And he didn't really know why. So reactive Ryan felt like he was always working at a frenzied pace just to keep up. And it was really beginning to start stressing him out. Now, contrast that with proactive Paula, who was the top producer on his team. She always seemed greatly organized and fully prepared for every meeting, whether they were meetings with clients or internal team meetings. She always gave this impression of being in complete control over her entire day and workload, something which reactive Ryan actually envied and he wanted for himself. Now, I showed Ryan what I'm about to show you, how he could become proactive just by making a simple change in Microsoft Outlook. See, the problem wasn't that he was starting his day with Microsoft Outlook. The problem is that Outlook was starting him in the inbox and automatically putting him into email and reactive mode. Now, little did Ryan know, but scientific studies prove that email actually has the same addictive quality as marijuana, while also dumbing down our IQs by the same amount. So by starting an email, it was far too easy for Ryan to lose track of time while wrongly believing that he was working on the most important priorities. Now, he wasn't being negligent or neglectful, he just didn't know any better. And like my old Swedish granny used to say, when you don't know no better, you can't do no better. So, Proactive Paula had already been through my Sell Smarter with Microsoft Outlook training program, in which she had reconfigured some of Outlook's default settings that helped her become proactive. In the class, she became well aware of the effects that email has on productivity and created what I call a command center and made that her opening screen in Microsoft Outlook. Now, I'm going to launch my working version of Microsoft Outlook and show you what it looks like. First of all, let me just get to Outlook. There we go. Outlook, here we go. You're going to see the live version here. As Outlook is opening for me, pay very close attention to what you see on my computer and compare it to what you see on yours. And we'll go to the full blown screen here. All right. First, I want you to notice there are no emails being shown. This is not my inbox. This is the, the inbox is the default view to which Microsoft says your version of Outlook must open. And so instead of seeing a bunch of emails, which I would naturally begin scanning and reading and replying to, I see what I call my command center right here. So this is the 1 day calendar view with a date activated and prioritized to do list on the right hand side. And my folder view is on the left hand side. So right now, at a glance, I can see on my calendar where I have to be. Where is my physical presence required? And the to do list, the to do bar over here on the right hand side, shows me what I have to do today. Now, email then is just this little number over here at the top left of the folder list, just right beneath the monthly calendar. And when I start my day like this, I am automatically being proactive and making decisions about what I should be doing with my time. And you see, that's what proactive really means. At its essence, it means being prepared for or in control of an expected situation. In this case, your day to day work. Either your work is controlling you or you're controlling your work. It's one or the other. Now, the best way to do this is by being prepared for what's coming up. The tasks and the jobs that you have to get done on any given day. Okay, follow along with me and I'll actually show you how to create this view. First of all, let me reset my Outlook to look more like yours. So when you launch Outlook in the morning, yours probably looks like this. You see just an inbox. Okay, so here's what we're going to do to create the 1 day view. First things first, you want to make sure at the bottom left here, where these icons are, that you have file folder selected. Click on the thing that looks like a manila file folder. If you don't have it there, you have to click on the 3 ellipses here and go through your navigate options and move folders to the top of your list like that. You should be able to see it though. Make sure you have that. From this folder view, click on calendar, and now your calendar, you might see 1 day or you might see the whole work week, the default setting. What we're going to do is we're going to click on day. We just want the day of the week here, in this case, the 7th of August. So we have the 1 day view. However, this is not enough. To get that to-do list, we want to click on view. On view, click on the button that says to do bar, and from the drop down menu select tasks, and then boom, now your to-do list is over here. A word of warning, I do want to make you aware of this. Okay, this to-do bar that I have on my screen, this to-do bar is much different than what your to-do bar will look like. Mine is configured. It takes a while to go through and make that to-do bar the date activated to-do bar. You see high, normal, and low. Okay, let me show this to you again. I'll jump back. On this to-do bar, you see that there are categories: high, normal, and low. Okay, and that just allows us to prioritize our tasks into 3 different categories. That does not come normal to or by default does not come to us from Microsoft that way. You have to go through my course to get all of this. And other important thing about this to-do bar is that it's date activated. In my next tutorial, you'll see what I mean about follow up on time every time. These are to-dos that need to get to done only today. There's nothing here from the future. No future dates. Okay. Now that you've created this view, and again, remember your to-do bar over here on the right hand side is probably going to be empty. You're probably not going to have anything there. Okay. So once you have that view, we want to make this our opening view. Now, another word of caution: sometimes I get some resistance about this 1 day calendar view. People say, "Oh no, when I get in, I like to see the whole week in front of me." That's fine. That's good. Okay, no problem with that. However, at very first glance, we want this calendar view, just the 1 day calendar view here. That's what we need to see. First thing in the morning, I only need to see what I have to do today. If I want to switch over to the week view, then I can do that, and there's no problem with it. But let's set our mind on the things of today only to begin our day. All right, to save this view, click on File in the upper left-hand corner. File, and then you're going to come down here towards the bottom where Options is located. You see the word Options, click on Options, and now the Outlook Options dialog box pops up. On this left-hand menu, you're going to come all the way down to Advanced. It's about 2/3 of the way down. Click on Advanced, and then in the middle, you'll see Outlook. You'll see a section that says Outlook Panes. You'll see a section here that says Outlook Start and Exit. Yours probably looks like this. Yours probably says Inbox in there. Okay? Inbox. Now, change it by doing what I just did. Click on the Browse button next to that, and then the Select Folder box pops up. Click on your calendar, highlight the calendar, just your main calendar, the one that we just created. And once you got that selected, hit OK. And now, when you've got calendar in there, Shazam, you're done. All you got to do now is click OK, and this will be your opening screen. If you want to test it for yourself, go on over to your Outlook, close your Outlook down, reopen it, and make sure that that's your opening view. Okay, now let me just give you another quick word on this here. We'll switch back. Here we go. If you create this command center for yourself and you make that your opening screen, I promise you, give it 1 week. Just give it 1 week, 7 days. It will do for you what it did for reactive Ryan. Now, he created this same view and he made it his opening screen, and almost immediately the changes were incredible for him. Okay. Instead of reacting to the emails in his inbox first thing in the morning, he began making decisions about how to use his time, where it would be best used. He would see, he would see where he had to be on his 1 day calendar. He would see what he had to do on his to-do bar, his to-do list on the right-hand side. And then he would be able to say, okay, can I take care of some email right now? And then we have another process for taking care of email. Now, his frenzied, because he started gaining more control over his day to day work, his frenzied pace slowed down tremendously, and he wasn't running behind schedule anymore. He had a more clear view of his current workload and his future workload, and he never really felt anymore as if he was doing things at the last minute, whether that was getting ready for meetings or just finishing up tasks. Most importantly, his stress levels went way down, and he became an even more valuable director to his sales team. Now, all right, hopefully you're at least beginning to see that Outlook steals time from you. And there are many ways in which it conducts this thievery. I've only shown you one, and how the best practice of changing your opening screen will help you become proactive. I'd like to show you all of the 10 best practices, but really to get their full benefits, they have to be implemented as a comprehensive time and sales load management system, which is what the Sell Smarter with Microsoft Outlook workshop will do for you. This is an on demand workshop. It's hands on, and it will transform how you work with Microsoft Outlook, and it will become that productivity machine that it's always been promised to be. Don't believe me? Okay, just go forward. Watch the next tutorial. Witness how I can make sure that Outlook will give you the ability to follow up on time, every time, no matter what the task. Calls to customers, reports to managers, or collaborations with coworkers. I'll show you how to do that in the next tutorial. Now, if you're ready to get started on your Sell Smarter campaign, as I mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial, I have a special coupon for you that will give you 90% off the cost of the workshop. That's going to save you over $400. That's how much I want to help you get your workload under control and help you sell more. Just use this coupon summer sale, summer hyphen or dash or whatever they call that, sale, all caps, and you'll get 90%. You put that in at checkout. Hit the button below to learn more about the program. There'll be a more detailed description on that page. And from that page, the Sell Smarter with Microsoft Outlook page, you can enroll in the course. When you go to checkout, put in that coupon code, Summer Sale, and you'll get your 90% off. Don't have time to take the class right now at this exact moment? No worries, no problem. When you enroll in the program, you get lifetime access to it. It will be there for you. Okay, so claim your discount now before the sale ends, and then you can take the class at your own pace. Again, I'm just trying to help you get better control over your selling workload and improve your overall results. All right, lastly, I want to make this totally risk free for you. I want to make this so easy to do business with me and to start believing in me and trusting me what I'm telling you about that I promise if you are not 100% satisfied with that workshop, I'll refund your money. So tell me exactly, what do you have to lose? What exactly do you have to lose now? Nothing. I'm making a big promise that you're going to sell more. And if you don't believe me, take the next tutorials. Okay. Um, for those who are ready to be proactive and jump right in, click the button below, learn more below, get started today, and I'll see you in the workshop. God bless and keep on selling.